Why don't you shut up for a second? Let me talk. You think killing 7 million Jews was great?
Yeah, Jew.
Okay. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Wow. Wow.
Hi, all, Brian.
All right. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're not going to start a conversation by you saying that. I mean, obviously, your name's not Adolf. You want to start off by making a statement like that. There's nothing funny about the Holocaust. So if you want to have a conversation with me, I'm happy to do so. But we're not going to start a conversation like that. Come on, man.
Okay. Well, let's see. I think his cabinet position members are going to be fantastic for what they're going to do. And when we make America great again, I will be one of the first ones commenting and applauding it.
Okay. What are you going to applaud? What do you want him to do? You think deporting 20 million people in this country is good for America? Separating families is good for America?
Make America great again.
So you think
America great again.
And what does Make America Great Again mean for you, Adolf, if that's your name? What does Make America Great Again mean to you?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it?
Well, it isn't. Why don't you tell me? I want you to explain it to me. I want to pick your brain.
We're going to bring back how America used to be. We are going to bring back white supremacy. We're going to bring back white order.
You want to bring back white? You want to bring back white supremacy? Is that what you just said? Did I hear you right?
Absolutely.
So Make America. Thank you for being honest. So Make America Great Again to you means bringing back white supremacy.
We're going to bring it back, and we're going to make this country great again like it used to be.
If you don't mind me asking you, Adolf, is that why you voted for Donald Trump? Because you want to bring back white supremacy? Is that one of the reasons why you voted for Donald Trump?
Hell yeah.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. So you want to make America white. So that was my question. Make America great again. Does it mean make America white again?
Absolutely.
It does.
Why would we not want to have our country be how it used to be when it was great, when we were back in control?
So do you think it was great when black people were owned as slaves and women couldn't vote? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'm not going back that far. I wasn't around, but, in my earlier years, it was great.
Why was it great? What was different in your I don't know how old you are, sir, but what was great in your earlier years, besides the claiming that you support white supremacy, which is bigoted and racist in nature, which I find very troubling but not shocking? What back in your earlier days was so great that's changed now for the worse? Can you explain that to me?
We had whites with the jobs. We had whites being able to support their family.
Well, how can whites aren't able to support their family now?
Yes. Well, no, 'cause a lot of them black people took our jobs.
Were you just about ready to use the N-word on this show?
The Mexicans are coming over here and they're taking jobs, and quite frankly, there's a lot of my fellow whites that can't get jobs or work, support their family.
I want to ask you another question, and I mean this in a serious question. Are you a member of like the Proud Boys or the Klan? Please be honest with me. Are you a member of a right-wing white fringe group?
I know people and I hang out with the people.
Okay,
and
so okay, that was fair enough. So I want to ask you, there's a reason why I asked that. I hear you.
I've been to different things. And
okay, fine. I don't know what. Okay, you know a lot of white supremacists. I get it. So now here's my next question. Here's my next question.
What they preach. We're preaching good things.
Okay, I'm sure you are. Here's the next question.
I'm not. They are, and I'm following along. It's great.
Any of your white supremacist friends, any of them, not vote for Donald Trump?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of. Got you. So all of your, no, hold on.
You can only talk?
Go ahead. Go ahead, white supremacist. Go ahead.
Yes. As far as I know, we all did. We got our wives and our girlfriends to do it as well. And quite frankly, if you look what happened, we got the majority of the popular vote. And why is that? Because we're bringing back, America, we're making it great again.
If somebody characterized you as a proud bigot, would you agree with that?
Well, I guess it would depend on who. No, you know what? Actually, I'm okay with that.
You're okay with being. You're okay with. Okay.
and I'm fine. I don't understand why there'd be an issue with me wanting to have my race as the best race.
Because you judge other people based on the color of their skin. You don't see anything wrong with that in society?
Everybody's doing that, so we're
No,
doing it.
I'm not
too.
doing it.
No,
I'm not doing it. No, I disagree.
And we're doing it better. We're doing it better.
Is your name really Adolf?
Adolf.
Did your parents give you that name? Were they Klan members? Did they support Nazi Germany in the 1930s? I'm just curious on that one.
That's just what everyone calls me. That's not my real name, but
It's not your. Why do you think?
I'm gonna change it, but I haven't got around to it yet. But I like to be called Adolf.
Why do you like to be called Adolf? Do you admire Adolf Hitler? If you don't mind me asking, sir.
If you look what he did for Germany, right? If you look what he did for Germany, it was fantastic. Right?
You think it was fantastic? You think Nazi Germany? You think it was Nazi Germany? Hold on a second. You think killing 7 million?
You got everything like that.
You think? Why don't you shut up for a second? Let me talk. You think killing 7 million Jews was great?
Yeah, Jew.
Okay. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad that Adolf called in. That is Donald Trump's base. Am I saying that every single person that voted for Donald Trump is like this guy who just called in? No, I'm not. Obviously, that's not true. Donald Trump's base is made up of uneducated, ill-informed white people. And Adolf, who just called in, is a proud bigot, and that's why he voted for Donald Trump. The guy wants to go one-on-one with me. Hey, guess what? I don't go one-on-one with Klansmen. Take that to the bank.
Recently, these migrants, they're legal. We're approaching 4.9 million people crossing our borders in the last 20 months. They're not all legal
Did I say?
migrants.
I never said they were all legal.
You just said your words in quotes.
In the plane.
These migrants are legal.
I was specifically talking. Do you really think that statement was about every single person in this country?
I have to take it at what
Okay,
you
well,
said.
that's absurd. Okay, you're taking
okay,
what I said
so
out of context.
You're clarifying it. Then.
Well,
okay.
I mean, to you I am. I don't think I need to clarify it to anybody else, but I'm clarifying it to you. No, I didn't mean to say that there are no illegals in this country. That is absurd.
Thank you.
Did I really need to clarify that? You really hold on, JD. Do you really think that Brian Shapiro believes that there are no illegals in this country? Is that what I needed to clarify for you? Are you being serious?
Well, I just thought that you didn't know. That's why I'm.
Well, you're right, JD. No, you're right, JD. I didn't know. I didn't know that there were any illegals in this country.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. I'm so glad I could clarify that for you. Go ahead, JD.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
In regard to you stating that DeSantis sent people to Martha's Vineyard and Biden is sending them to better places. In my hometown, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Avoca Airport, and I know this for a fact because I have relatives there, 350 people, illegals, were flown there at 3 o'clock in the morning without any notification to the mayor, the council, or what have you.
And where's your evidence and proof of that, sir? Where did you get that story from, and where is the evidence? Because I'm not going to let you just throw things at a wall and hope that it sticks. Where is the evidence that Joe Biden and his administration did not? Now, you can call other programs on other stations that are conservative and make statements like that, and the host will just let you keep talking. I want to know, where is your proof and evidence that Joe Biden and his administration not only sent migrants to Pennsylvania, but they didn't warn anybody about it? Where is your evidence of that, sir?
My brother and sister.
Oh, so your brother and sister seem to know everything. JD, give me a break, all right? Guess what? My brother and sister say that you're a so does that mean you're a yes or no? My brother and sister say that you're a does that mean you're a or would you say, where's your evidence? I don't think you're a JD, but if my brother and sister say that, does that make it true? No, it doesn't.
My friend says you're a race baiter.
Oh, okay. Well, your friend is an idiot. Who cares? Just because you say something doesn't mean it's true. Just because your brother and sister, who are probably right-wing buffoons just like you, say something doesn't mean it's true. I need evidence. Give me evidence.
They both voted voted for
I
Biden
don't
and
care.
Obama.
Quite frankly, I could care less the way your family voted. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. I'm happy to disagree with you. I like a good debate, JD. All I'm simply
How do you know DeSantis lied to these people in Martha's Vineyard?
because they were given brochures and the brochures were public. How could you not know that? They were given brochures by the DeSantis administration, and in those brochures they were fact checked, and there were lies in those brochures. That's how I know.
Where was that shown? How was that reported?
How was that reported? Those actual migrants that were on those planes were all given those brochures, and then in Martha's Vineyard, they were showing them to the media. That's why. No, I guess a migrant just brought those brochures to try to make Ron DeSantis look bad. JD, come on.
I saw the videos of the migrants in Martha's Vineyard. I didn't see what you're talking about.
Oh, well, because you didn't see it, it must not be true then. Ask your brother and sister because they seem to know everything.
Brian, you're
it's
doing
funny.
a great job.
It's funny.
I
am doing a good job destroying you, JD. Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
You're doing a great. I would love to debate you one-on-one.
As long as you don't ask your brother and sister because they seem to know everything. JD, you're welcome to call anytime, my friend. But if you're going to make claims like that, it can't be from your brother and sister. You actually have to have a real source. Okay?
By the way, you know who I miss on your show? I'm wondering what happened to Roxanne. When is she going to be on the show again, McCoy?
Well, that's the one thing that I'm happy you asked that, JD, to be honest with you. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Roxanne was actually supposed to come on last week. She's a very busy lady. She had another engagement. I love Roxanne to death, and I promise you she will be on the show very
another
soon.
race baiter.
Okay, no, keep JD on stop with the music. JD, I don't know what you do to volunteer to help people. I would imagine probably nothing. Roxanne takes the time out of her day every day, doesn't get paid $1 to do it, and she helps minorities in this community, whether that be legal services or healthcare, whatever the case may be. She works her ass off every day helping minorities and, quite frankly, sir, saving lives. Now, I know you
what's her form of support then? Where does she get her income?
What's her form? She has another job. What is wrong with you?
What is it?
None of your damn business, sir. What do you do?
What
do you do to help people? What do you do to help people in this community, JD? What do you do to volunteer? Tell us. I'm happy. I have open ears, sir. What do you do to help people in Las Vegas? Tell me right now, because I'll give you 10 things that I do. Tell me right now what you do to help people. Answer the question.
I'm trying to, if you give me a chance. First of all, I work with the Knights of Columbus raising money for disabled children.
Okay.
Raised thousands and thousands of dollars for them.
Happy to hear that. So if I called you, I don't know, you attack handicapped people, you'd probably take offense to that, right, sir?
I would ignore the stupid comment.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore your stupid comment that Roxanne is a race bar and get the hell off my show. You're not insulting one of my friends who does so much for this community, you clown. The guy wants to go one-on-one with me. Hey, guess what? I don't go one-on-one with Klansmen. Take that to the bank. Anyway, Michelle, how are you doing?
Well, it's in your brain.
What's the matter? All of a sudden, you're developing a stutter. Answer the question. What have I said on this show?
I have no stutter. No, it's
Answer
in your
the question.
brain.
What's in my brain? What have I
saying.
said? What have I said on this show? What have I said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? I don't want to hear about you thinking what's in my brain. You said you disagree with me on a lot of things. What would be like the number one main thing that you disagree with Brian Shapiro on? Something that I say all the time. What would be that number one thing?
I'll tell you, and I'll put you to the test.
Okay.
It was when you were a COVID, and you wanted to put.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's talk about that. First of all, don't use the word Nazi on this show. Those are groups of people that killed 7 million Jews. I'm not a murderer, so don't call me a. I will not tolerate that. Number two, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Never have I once said on the air that I ever said that there should have been mandates and people should have been forced to get the vaccine. So, sir, with all due respect, you're lying. Sir, I need you to listen to me. That's the problem. People like you don't listen. First of all, don't call me a okay? That's absurd, okay? Number two, I never told people, in fact, I was against mandates. I never said that you should be forced to get a vaccine. So if you're the number one thing that you claim that you don't even know my position on it, or you don't bother to listen, with all due respect.
In your Holy Spirit, you did, man.
What do you mean in your Holy Spirit? What the hell does that mean? Either I believe it and I say it, or I don't, okay? Okay? don't give me this.
But you said
Okay,
it, man.
sir, I never said it once on the air because I never believe it. You're lying and you don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
not lying.
Okay,
I'm
then I'll
not
tell you what.
lying, man.
I'll make you a.
I do my
Okay, here you go.
research, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do your research. I'll tell you what. I'll make you $1,000 bet right now, but you won't take the bet.
I'm with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm with
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure.
I'm going to take
You'll never pay me. Find me a point where I said that there should be mandates and everybody should be forced to get a vaccine. I've never said that
man,
on or. Okay, so you're wrong. Give me another example. You're wrong. Give me another example.
I'm not wrong.
Okay, you
I'm not
are.
wrong.
And by the way, why would you call me a? Hey, buddy. Don't Brian me. I'm a Jewish guy, and you called me a. What the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you answer that question? What is wrong with you? I'm a Jewish person.
Don't re-listen, man.
I'm a Jewish.
I never said
you
that.
said COVID. What type of scumbag calls into a radio show and calls a Jewish person a? What the hell is wrong with you? Was that your Holy Spirit? Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been your Holy Spirit. Let me tell you something. You don't call into the show and lie. You don't call into the show and misrepresent my position. I've said it from day one. And by the way, I'm a guy who almost died of COVID. Okay, scumbag. I'm calling you a scumbag. You don't call into a show and call a Jewish person a. And I never said that everybody should be forced to get the vaccine. I took the vaccine. I might have encouraged people to get the vaccine. I told people two things, which you fail to listen. I said, don't listen to me and don't listen to media people, or certainly don't listen to somebody like you. Listen to your personal physician and doctor, and then make a personal decision between you and your doctor. I've never said that everybody should be forced to get a vaccine. You have no idea what you're talking about. Don't use the word again. Give me another reason.
It was a metaphor. It was a metaphor.
Okay, well, take your metaphors and shove them up your, because you're not going to call into this show again if you're going to say that. Now, give me another reason why you disagree with me, because you failed miserably the first time. What else do you disagree with me on? That's ha 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 ha. Use your Tucker Carlson laugh. Give me another reason. What else do you? And I don't. By the way, for the record, I like conversations where people disagree with me. What I don't like are people like you that misrepresent things that you thought that I said. So you failed. Give me another reason that's actually factually accurate of one of my positions that you disagree with.
I'm pretty solid in my dance, man. I mean, I like your strategy, but
what do you mean you're solid in your dance? That's not an opinion. Tell me something else that I disagree with, that you disagree with me on.
Well, I told you the first.
We're past that because you lied. You lied and you misrepresented my position on the vaccines. So give me another one.
I never lie, Brian.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We're done with that, okay? You're not going to use the word again on this show, okay? Because that just makes you look bad. So I'm asking you for another example. Give me another example. Are you capable of giving me something that I've actually said on this show that you disagree with, or should I move on to the next caller?
Without doubt. You can do what you want. It's your show, man. You always
so give me another example. Man. Give me another example. I'm giving you an opportunity. Go.
Well, what I'm saying is, let's talk about freedom, ultimate freedom, right?
We're not talking about ultimate freedom. Tell me something that you disagree with me on.
Say that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing, man.
Can you give me another example? Okay, go ahead. What did I say about ultimate freedom that you disagree with?
Well, mostly people on your side. I mean, you want to
what side am I on?
Them into death, right?
What side am I on? What side am I on?
Well.
What side am I on?
I'm saying you lean left, right?
Okay, so
I lean right.
Okay, so you're going to be specific.
But I'm not aligned with them.
Okay.
Hey, hang tough. Let me see if we can come into alignment.
I seriously doubt that.
Hang tough. That's what you think, but
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you about coming up with reasons for alignment. You started the show calling me a COVID. You misrepresented my position on the vaccines. You said you disagree with me on a lot of things. You literally haven't named one thing, one legitimate thing that you disagree with me on. Sir, are you just not smart enough to come up with something? I don't align. I don't care whether you think we align on something. The question wasn't the question, listen, dummy. The question wasn't what you think we align on. The question was, name me something that you disagree with me on that I've actually stated on the show. Are you not able to do that? You can't name one thing?
Oh, I'm able.
Then do it. I'm waiting.
Well, as I said before, I mean, you want to tax people into death, don't you?
I want to tax people into death. What the hell are you talking about? It's the opposite of that. I agree with lowering the taxes for middle-class families and America living paycheck to paycheck. I agreed with Kamala Harris's policies that if you're making under $400,000 a year, the taxes will lower to 28%. What the F are you talking about?
Let me ask you this, Brian.
Let me ask you,
exactly,
no, you're not going to ask me another question. You just said something else stupid. You just said that I want to tax people to death. Ha, 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 ha.
Wow.
Your stupid Tucker Carlson laugh. When did I ever say I wanted to tax people to death? What are my positions on taxes that would lead you to believe that, quote, I want to tax people to death? What the hell are you talking about?
Let me ask you one final point.
So
man.
you're not going to,
What
no. You don't get to do one final point. Admit that you are wrong. We are going to stay on this issue. You still have yet to name one thing that you even disagree with me on that's factually accurate. You just said, quote, I want to tax people to death. I am asking you how you formed that conclusion and what I've said on this show that would lead you to believe that, quote, I want to tax people to death. Go.
Okay, I'm going now. What exactly is anti-Semitism, Brian?
What does anti-Semitism have to do with taxing people to death? Can you not remain on topic, you dope? I'm going to ask you again. What did I say on this show? Shut up and listen. Hey, you just said, I want to tax people to death. I'm now asking you for a fourth time. What have I ever said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? Please be specific and answer the question.
This one, man.
Answer the question.
You're not going to win this
Answer the question.
Well, it's in your brain.
What's the matter? All of a sudden you're developing a stutter? Answer the question. What have I said on this show?
I have no stutter. No, it's
Answer
in your
the question.
brain. I mean,
what's in my brain? What have I said? What have I said on this show? What have I said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? I don't want to hear about you thinking what's in my brain, okay? I'm now asking you for a sixth time. You misrepresented my opinions on the vaccines. I asked you for another example, and you said I want to tax people to death. By the way, it's the opposite of that. I want to lower taxes for people that are struggling. You're not capable of listening, so I'm asking you one more time. What did I ever say on this show? I'll call you if I want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do about it?
No, I mean,
it's in your brain. It's in your brain. It's in your brain, sir. Boy, what a dope this guy is. I can't get rid of him, though, because he's so stupid. What have I said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? Why won't you answer my question?
Everyone sees you. Everyone sees you for what you are, you know.
Okay, so what does that have to do with my question? What does that have to do with my question? Okay, let's try one more time with this very ignorant man. You started the let's review for a moment. You started the conversation by saying you disagree with me on a number of things. Okay, no problem. I don't have a problem with that at all. In fact, I would prefer that. I gave you the opportunity to lay it out for me. You said I was a COVID. I never told anybody that they should be forced to get the vaccines. In fact, I was against any mandates. So you're wrong about that. And then you embarrassed yourself, and I gave you another opportunity, and you said, I want to tax people to death. Now, obviously, that's not true, but I give you the opportunity to explain yourself, which you've been unable. So I'm going to give this one more try with a very ignorant man. What have I ever said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? Now, if you made a mistake and you mischaracterized my opinion, then just admit it and say, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. And if you're not willing to admit you're wrong, then give me a reason why you feel that I want to tax people to death. Go.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, then you're a moron. Have a nice day. Get lost. Don't ever call back because you're an idiot.